Hey YouTube, FortunesFuture here. As everyone knows, in the TCG, we no longer have priority on ignition effects, but a lot of people seem confused, so I'm going to use this video to explain what that actually means, because some monsters still return effects on normal summons and such, but here, I'll show an example. Before, I used to be able to normal summon this monster and call priority as long as I have another 6-timer on the field. So unless you had a card like Solemn Judgment or Solemn Warning, you wouldn't have been able to stop it, and now it could be tribute and destroy your monster. Now, if I normal summon this monster, if you have a spell speed 2 or higher response would be like a normal trap, such as Bottomless Trap Hole, I can no longer activate its effect. I have to wait for you to have a response, which would be Bottomless. That will resolve, remove him from play, and I no longer have a monster on the field. I can't activate the effect. So you're going to see a lot more of Bottomless Trap Hole, Compulse, Book of Moon, Chain Disappearance, and Veiler. These are all spell speed 2 type cards. So a big play would probably be this format would be like, well, not anymore, but if Rescue Rabbit still was played, you could set Chain Disappearance. They would normal summon Rescue Rabbit, and since they can't call priority on Rescue Rabbit anymore, you can just play Chain Disappearance, and all of Rescue Rabbit is removed from play, and they can't do anything about it. And the reason why this deck is dead, because even after Chain Disappearance, they'll be like, I summon Tour Guide. Tour Guide is not an ignition effect, so it still remains a priority. It still remains having its effect, just like Kageki. This is a spell speed 2. So if they summon Tour Guide and go for another Tour Guide and try and do the Leviair play, Leviair is an ignition effect. It's a spell speed 1. So if you bring this out and your opponent plays Bottomless, then they can't call priority and bring back Rescue Rabbit. So once again, their plays are all gone. They have no options. So unless they have like Lance and stuff like that, they're not going to be able to activate their effect. But cards like Kageki still do remain to have their effects because it's a spell speed 2. Spell speed 2 monster effects would be like effects that happen under certain situations. This one is when it's normal summoned. So since it can only activate when it's normal summoned, that's when it actually activates. And like even if you play Chain Disappearance on this card, I'll still be able to special summon a 6-timer from my hand. Chain Disappearance will resolve, and then I special summon a monster. Because of this, like Veiler is going to go up a lot in price. It's like a $10 super now. Because this still negates effects that happen off the field. So if I like Veiler your Rescue Rabbit and you remove from play as cost, it does not activate when it's removed from play. They're introducing a new term called fast effects, which would be a spell speed 2 or higher. So when you summon a monster, it used to be like your opponent used to be like, "Are you calling priority on effect?" Now, when you summon a monster, you have to say, "Do you have any fast effects cards in response to a summon?" Which I don't really like. I'll probably still say spell speed 2. But yeah. Hope that explains a bit. So cards like Brionic, if you special summon, you can no longer call priority, discard a card, and bounce a monster or a card on the field. You have to wait for your opponent to play like Bottomless or something, gets through from play, and you don't get the effect to go off. But cards that still get their effects would be like Black Rose Dragon. This only happens when he's synchro summoned, so even if you play Bottomless Trap Hole, his effects will still go off and blow up the entire field. So keep that in mind. The same applies to like Xian and Lagia and stuff. Don't expect the Bottomless Trap Hole to get rid of them the second you bring them out. They still will have their effects. I hope that helps. If it doesn't, leave a comment in the description asking a question, and I'll be sure to answer it really fast. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace, YouTube. Thanks for watching.